Okay, so congrats for making it through to the very last video of this first series of learning to use SportsBlock. Now, in this video, we're going to be covering how to log an injury incident or complaint report. We're going to jump straight into it. I've already talked through the other things that we've covered in this course in the other videos. So let's go straight into it. To get to the reporting part of SportsBlock, all you need to do is click the More button in the right-hand side of the Organizer and Administrator portal, and then click the Reporting button tab from below that. Now, what you can see when you click onto reporting is a database and a log of all of your reports that have been put into the system. And you'll notice a few of them are red. These are not unresolved reports that have been logged, and the green one is a report that has been resolved. Now, there are three different types of reports that you can log: injury, incident, and complaint. It's actually four because you can log an other report. But what we're going to do here is just quickly go through logging a report for someone who's been injured. So it's going to be for myself. Let's say I broke my ankle. And the really cool feature here that clubs and academies and organizations have access to is as they're logging the report, not only can they upload some documentation for that report, they can save and email it to parties that need this report in real time or need to see it maybe for a physio visit, for insurance, whatever it might be. You can log it and email it at the same time. So we're going to quickly go through. I'm going to add these details. I'll just pause it while I add these details and then we'll come back to it in a sec. Okay, so we have got all the details entered in here for the injury that happened to me. Now it has been logged, we're saying, by Tom Smith. So we'll just quickly go through these details. So you put in my details, we've put in my details and we've said that it was this is the date that we've logged it. We've said how we received it. So we received a text from the manager, Tom Smith, to say that I broke my ankle in a tackle. The report that we're logging is an injury report. We've got the date of the event, which was on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. There's some details here about me being tackled and what I described happened, and this is a really good thing for the physio to understand, also for insurance if you need it for that. And then some information down the bottom about witnesses and some people that they can refer back to if they need to, and the same for some follow-up recommendations. You can add straight in a report status, whether it's resolved or unresolved. And then if there is any files like photos or any additional documentation, you can put that in there as well. So instead of just saving that, what we're going to do is save and email that report, and it's going to go straight to me, obviously, because I was the email that was entered there. But what we can do is add a comma and a space and then put in any other email that we want. So why don't we say support@sportsblock.com.au, pretend that's the club physio. And then it automatically logs a little message here and puts in what type of report it is. We'll just fix that up. Find the attached injury report in the queue, and yeah, so this will then send through to me being Tom Smith in this occasion. You can choose to send a copy to yourself as well. So we'll click send. That will shoot through to all those three emails, so myself, to Nick, and to the support@sportsblock email. And we can then see that report is there listed in our log and in our report view down the bottom. If we click view, we can view all the details there. We can edit the form at the report at any time, And if we need to come back to it, of course, if we've got a lot of reports there, we can just quickly search and it's going to come up with the name of the person in the report. Now, if you do want to email a report, let's say we wanted to email to a physio and we didn't put their email in initially, all we need to do is click the square next to the name of the report, click email, and then you can enter in the emails there. You can put in a subject and put in a message as well as sending a copy to your own email again. You can also download the report, so we'll just quickly download that report and have a look at what it looks like. So there's the report there. So you've got a nice neat report with all the details and information you need. Just jump back quickly. And of course, you can delete the report if you want. Now, reports being quite important things, especially when there's an incident or a complaint made. Reports are quite important, so we do have some good rules on the platform to ensure that reports can't just be erased immediately. So I'm going to pick this report down the bottom for John Smith, and I'm going to show the example of what happens when we try to delete that report. I think I've still selected this one for Nick Hugh, so we'll delete that. So if we click delete and then click yes, what happens is it only gets soft deleted, and what that means is there is a 60-day grace period where this report will still be on the system and you can still access it and you can actually undo the delete, but for the first 60 days that report will not be erased entirely. Now after the 60-day period, obviously that's going to be erased entirely, but for the first 60 days you still do have access to that report. So if there is an incident that's reported, if there is a complaint that's logged, the administrators that have access to this, certain people can't come in and just erase or delete that report from the system. There will be a record of it for 60 days. So if there is some important reports, make sure you're checking up on it. If you didn't delete a report and it's got this button there, that means someone's gone in and tried to delete it, and you can undo the delete. So we can cancel the deletion there by clicking yes, and that's going to restore it so it won't be deleted in 60 days. Guys, thank you very much for taking the time to watch the Learning to Use SportsBlock series. This is the first series of many. Hopefully this has been a really, really helpful one. As we add more features to the platform, and there's plenty coming over the next 3 to 6 months, we'll keep adding to this series and add some videos to the end. But for the meantime, this is the first bit of the series finished. If you do have any feedback on it, if there's anything you wanted to pass on about this series, please do email us at support@sportsblock.com.au. Thanks so much. See you later.